Hi, Hana Tisserand here for a quick talk about the bottles we use at the Tisserand Institute when we work with essential oils. From the biggest one to the smallest one, what we use them for and why. So aside from the essential oil bottles, the essential oils come in, which are usually 5 or 10 milliliters. Sometimes we get essential oils in a bigger quantity. So this is lavender in a big bottle. This is a 30 ml, and the reason we use that is we got it in such quantity, and because it's an essential oil that we will absolutely use up, but we will not keep the essential oil that we use for everyday formulation in the bottle necessarily. The reason being that, as you can see, it has a lot of headspace here. I'm calling headspace the amount of air that is in the bottle. Right now it's half full, half empty, depending on your mental constitution. So there's a lot of air in there. So at some point soon we will want to move that essential oil into a smaller bottle so that we reduce the exposure of the essential oil to oxygen in this. One space we might put it in is a bottle like this. This is a 15 milliliter bottle with a dropper in it. This is a rubber dropper. If you saw my video on very dead oils, you may have seen what happens to a dropper if you keep essential oils in it for too long. This is what happens. So that might be one downside to using a bottle like this with a dropper. Especially if we if we plan on keeping that essential oil for a longer time. So this bottle may work for, let's say, a semi-bulk use of essential oils, not for long storage, because this is going to stop working as the essential oil vapors go through it. The rubber really doesn't like that. And another disadvantage of this bottle is that it's clear. However, if you keep your essential oils mostly inside the fridge, it doesn't really matter that much whether the bottle is clear or not, as long as you keep the essential oils in the dark most of the time. If it were to sit on our workbench for a prolonged period of time, then this wouldn't be good. So that's one option, is a bottle with a dropper to put essential oil in. If you want to decant a larger bottle. This bottle is absolutely useful for your essential oil in a fatty oil blends. So your dilutions, whether it's for further formulation, if you're making a 10% dilution, for example, of rose oil or something, you can definitely use a bottle like that. Or if you're making a final product for a serum, it's nice to have a dropper inside so that you can use the product without putting your hands in it. So that might be a use for this bottle. Another bottle that we may transfer the essential oil into is your classic sort of essential oil bottle. We do have empty ones. So if we want to decant, or if we want to create a larger amount of a stock blend, we would probably put it in a bottle like that and store it, again, still in the fridge. This is a dark glass. Works well. Now, these vials, I wouldn't even call it a bottle, that's a vial. I think it's well, if this is 10 milliliters, then this is slightly above 5, I would say. This vial we use for developing essential oil blends. So we will create a draft blend of 1 to several essential oils, whatever you're working on, and put it in a bottle like that. It usually doesn't get full. Usually the blends will be up to 1 milliliter, because that's a nice round number to blend to if you're working with percentages and milligrams. And we keep it in a clear bottle because that makes it easy to see how the ingredients are blending together in terms of physically blending, especially for combining CO2 extract with essential oil. So you can see, if you shake it, you can see whether everything blends nicely together. And you can also have it develop together, because if you've created essential oil blends, you want to, shake it every now and then. You want to come back to it. You want to see how it develops over a few days. So it's nice to see that as well. So these bottles we usually use for blend development. So that's the kind of bottles that we use at the Tisserand Institute when we're working with essentials, when Robert is developing blends, or when I'm creating some products. Not really anything super scientific, just a fun little behind the scenes situation here. I hope you enjoyed it.